Hi, my name is Cesar, and I'm a model designer in the LEGO Star Wars team, and I've designed the latest version of the Tantive 4. The Tantive 4 is the very first ship you see in the Star Wars universe. It's the one trying to escape from the Star Destroyer on the opening scene of Episode 4, A New Hope.
The Tantive 4 is a Corellian corvette, and it's also called the Blockade Runner, that's the nickname. Probably one of the classiest ships in the Star Wars universe, I'd say. Princess Leia uses it for her diplomatic missions, so it has to be pretty spotless.
The cone pieces used on the cockpit are the same ones used on the cockpit of the Ultimate Collector Series Millennium Falcon, and you get them in white for the first time in this set 4 times. The top cockpit pieces are removable, and inside you have room for 2 minifigures. The middle section, you'll find a control room with a table and a couple of chairs, a few control panels. Further back, you have another compartment to store some missiles, and you have 2 escape pods that are actually detachable, and you can fit minifigures inside too. All of the 11 engines are different in some way, either in shape or color or mechanical details, so that was a lot of fun to design. Because of the nature of the ship, so long and narrow, we decided from the beginning that a handle would be a must. But it's not easy to put a handle in a model like this because it has to be concealed and also has to be in the perfect spot to have a balance. So I was able to incorporate the handle in the radar area, and when you are actually grabbing the handle, you're grabbing the radar.
My job pretty much boils down to whenever there are graphic elements that need to be created for the set, that's what I make. Especially the minifigures, that would be my main focus and what I really enjoy doing the most. We have, for the first time ever, Bail Organa, who is Princess Leia's adopted father. We have a new version of Princess Leia using our new skirt element for the first time ever. We have a refresh of the character Captain Antilles, who you only ever see on the Tantive 4 in the movies. On the back, his head has a scary face when he's getting choked by Darth Vader, which is, of course, we need to include that. You have a Rebel Fleet Trooper, and we also have the dynamic duo, R2 and 3PO. Bail Organa in this set, originally we wanted to include the costume that he wears in Revenge of the Sith. But we started thinking about the timeline of the Tantive and the other characters we were including in the set, and we thought, oh, maybe his Rogue One costume makes more sense. So that would put this Tantive 4 just before the Battle of Scarif and the movie Rogue One.
So for the exterior of the ship and the overall look, we used scenes from Episode 4, A New Hope, and Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. But unfortunately, none of these movies had good interior scenes. So for those, we used images from Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. The Tantive 4 was only made twice in the 20 years of LEGO Star Wars. The first time was in 2001, and it was an Ultimate Collector Series, so a display piece. And the last time was 10 years ago with the excellent 10-198 set that was a play set. And we do listen to fans, and we know this was a very desirable set, so we thought it was about time to do it again. This version is a bit of a mix of the previous 2 versions. So you have interiors and spring-loaded shooters and stud shooters to add some playability, but it's also a model that will look very nice on a shelf as a center display piece.
It doesn't get much more classic than this ship. This is the first ship that any audience ever saw on screen in any movie theater around the world when watching Star Wars. So it's going to be very nice on the shelf, I think, for a lot of collectors.
This is my first big set, and so it will be quite exciting to see it on the shelves. Furthermore, because it has a very nice black box art that contrasts really well with the white and red of the ship. So it will be amazing to see it on the shelves.
I really get a lot of passion in my job out of being a fan. I find it very important working here to have that connection to the characters and the ships that you're looking at every day. it brings a lot of joy into my day-to-day work, I'd say.
I am a huge Star Wars fan. I grew up watching the movies. I remember when I was a kid and a teenager, I would watch them over and over again. So I know the universe quite well. So when you have to combine the Star Wars universe with Lego, it's just the perfect match. It's the perfect job.
If I had any advice for someone who wanted to become part of the LEGO Star Wars team, it would be that passion for this property is a key. As a child, I spent a ton of time playing with the toys and watching the movies and the TV shows, video games, all that. And who knew that one day this would all become an asset to me in my job? I guess if I could go back in time and talk to little me, I'd say, keep it up. It's gonna work out.